Here's how I went from broke to 40K in rev with my consulting business in only 1 month. So, before I even got to having a consulting business and actually scaling it to 40K per month in revenue, I actually started my entrepreneur journey around 2017, 2018, right? At the same time, I just moved. I went to college and I was just learning from people like Grant Cardone, Ty Lopez, all those influences that you used to see back in the day, right? And from that, I learned that if you actually want to make a shit ton of money and you actually want to be ahead of the curve and be in the 1% of the world, you've got to build something of your own and you've got to build something big. So I decided to go ahead and get my foot through the door in entrepreneurship through starting Instagram growth. And I started Instagram growth. I did that for about 5 to 6 months. And from there, I learned a very, very valuable skill. The biggest skill I learned is actually how to send messages to people and get them to book a call or to sell in the DMs, right? That's a big skill that I learned, and I was able to take that onto my marketing agency that I'll get to in a second, right? But before I do get to that, my Instagram growth journey was about 6 months, and the entire time it was up and down, up and down. Nothing was consistent, and it was only one-off sales. And I was like, at the same time, and there was no return on investment for the client, so I wasn't feel like I was doing them a good service, if you get what I mean. So I decided to look into other avenues of starting a business, and the other one that actually came up was a marketing agency. And I've been following Iman Gadzi for a very long time, who in the marketing agency space is actually quite huge. So although I was following him, I didn't buy his course. I had a different mentor, and he got me into a real estate lead gen marketing agency. The reason I actually went with him was because he was doing lead gen for lawyers, and I wanted to do lead gen for estate agents and investors and in the real estate space, right? So I ended up starting a real estate marketing agency, and this was in February of 2021, right? So this is just after COVID, after the lockdowns and all of that stuff. And when I started my marketing agency, the first 3 months, I was booking meetings. I was thinking, oh, I'm going to get to 10K because I was booking so many meetings. In 1 month, I had about 45 meetings, zero closed. Second month, I had about 30 meetings, zero closed. Bear in mind, I didn't know what the actual problem was until I dug deeper and I found out that sales was my actual problem. I know it sounds a bit stupid to say now, but that was the truth, right? I didn't know that sales was my problem because I thought, because of my ego, right? I thought sales was, I knew what I was doing with sales. And from there onwards, I started learning sales. I started training that muscle, and I continued to book meetings, right? But after doing it for about 6, 7 months, right? After doing it for about 7 months, it got to a point where I only made 450 quid in 7 months. Yeah, it's down to me because I didn't know how to sell correctly, but at the same time, it's like nothing was moving, so I had to find a different avenue. It was doing 7 months of doing the same thing every single day. It's extremely demotivating, right? And then from there, I decided to do consulting for real estate investors to show them how to use social media marketing so that they can actually go out and do it themselves. And funnily enough, I actually signed 2 clients. The first one paid me 3K, and the second one paid me 1K. And actually, no, sorry, I signed 3 clients. So first one paid me 3K, the second one paid me 1K every month for 3 months, and the third one paid me 5K, £500 for 9 months. The third one, actually, after the first month, he stopped paying, and he said that he didn't want to continue with the service, and that took a bit toll on me because that was the first time I actually got a 5K payment, a 5K coming payment, a 5K revenue client, £500 every single month. And he goes to me 30 days later after I put in so much effort in the first 30 days that he doesn't find any value in this. So I'm like, okay, fine. It took a big toll to me. I actually stopped working for about 5 days after that because I was extremely demotivated and all of that. But then I was like, because at the time my goal was to do about 30, 40K a month. And I was like, what would 40K Riyaadh do in this scenario? Pick himself back up, and go ahead and actually get back into the trenches and just go and sign more clients, dude. At that point, I was 8 months into this marketing sales space, and month 8, this is around October. This is around October where I realized I didn't even want to help real estate people in the real estate niche, because they didn't actually value my time and they didn't actually value what I was actually serving them. Like, I didn't feel I had a purpose when I was actually serving them. So I decided I wanted to go and become a business to business consultant. So I picked a niche, coaches and consultants. 3 weeks in December, first week of December, I think I signed my first client. That was a 20K rev, that was 5K up front. And then I signed my second client the following week, that was 5K up front, 15K once we get him to X. That was another 20K rev client. So that's about 10K cash collected up front and about 40K in revenue, right? And I was over the moon. I was like, geez, I just did my first ever 40K month and I only needed to sign 2 clients. And that's where the journey started, man. Like, ever since then, it's been up and down. Yeah, it's been rocky, it's been hard, but it's all about getting into the trenches and just doing the things that are hard to do. Those hard things like sending messages, getting on sales calls, when clients are not actually making money from paying you, or they've not signed their client, or when they book so many calls and none of them are actually closing. Just trying to fix all of those problems is just part of being a business owner. And I learned that the hard way, right? Because I thought being a business owner was easy. You can just bring people in and delegate it and all of that. And it was not as easy as I thought, because when I did that in January, I wanted to get an appointment set up because I thought, oh, I've got so much money now. So I got an appointment set up. That didn't go too well. So I had a shitty month in January. February was another good month. I did about another 40K in rev, 10K up front. I did a signed equity deal, signed another client. That was solid. March, COVID hit me, and that was a bit of a slump. And in March, I also onboarded a VA. So my thought process behind that was, if I can get a VA to do the tedious tasks for me, I can free myself up and actually do the things that would move the needle. For example, like content creation. This is my first ever video for YouTube, and yeah, content creation for YouTube, content creation for Facebook, and content creation for Twitter and Instagram, actually. I mean, so yeah, man, that's my story. And how I actually got to 40K was that single mindset shift. Was, what would 40K Riyadh do in this scenario? When I first started helping helping coaches and consultants, right? When I first started helping them, I had that mindset switch where it was like, what would I do if I was actually making 40K? I did outreach, got them on the sales call, pitched the offer, they said yes. I was actually over the fucking moon. Mind my French, mind my language, mind my French, whatever. I was actually over the moon, right? And yeah, I was actually over the moon that I actually signed my first client, and I was expected to get paid out £20,000. I mean, from signing clients that were paying me 3K, 1K a month, £500. That was my first ever high ticket sale. And that was after 9 months of hard work. So I put in 9 months of graft behind all of that. Yeah, it was in different niches, different industries, different services. But if you think about it, for 9 months, I was consistent enough to be able to get the fruit at the end, right? It's like one of them things where when you put a tree in, you don't expect the tree to grow within a couple of days, right? And you don't expect it to grow in a couple of months. It takes years for the tree to actually grow and become big and be able to even give fruit, right? It's the same thing with this. And it's just about being patient, consistent, and being able to go out there and come out of your comfort zone. Like for example, this video is extremely uncomfortable for me. I mean, I was supposed to start YouTube in March, but then I went through a procrastination stage, and I didn't start it, and we're in April now, so I decided, you know what, I'm gonna take a Saturday, I'm gonna make a couple of videos, and I'm gonna upload my first one on Monday. So when you guys do see this, leave a like, subscribe, comment, and yeah, if you guys are actually interested in high level consulting, so that's what we call our consulting services, and high level consulting, actually helping you guys out and literally 2xing everything you're currently doing to bring in new clients. So if you're at 10k, we'll easily get you to 20k. We've done it before. If you're booking 5 to 10 meetings a month, we'll show you exactly how to book 30 to 50 meetings a month. If you guys want our help, I'll actually leave a link at the bottom so you can actually book in a call with myself personally, and we'll see if we can actually help you out. I mean, if you're a good fit, we'll make you an offer. If not, we'll keep you in the pipeline, and we'll just take it from there, dude. I mean, that's the best case scenario and the worst case scenario right there. And yeah, man, if you guys like this kind of content, and this is completely going to be uploaded raw, so if you guys like this kind of content and are looking forward to more kind of content, or what other kind of content you guys want from me, just comment down below. And again, like, subscribe, and comment. And yeah, see you in the next video, guys.